It's turning into a David Lynch film in here.
Welcome to Gigs Across the Tundra, where we break down recent shows or singular shows, which is what we're doing today. We're going to pick out one show, the most recent one we played on July 30th. We're going to go song by song and rate it, and we tell some worst gig stories. And we sit down with Roman, who subbed in on bass for that show, and we also had a sub for drums. And we might learn a few things about ourselves along the way. This may be a one-off thing. We may do it all the time. Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you like it, we'll make more. Stay frosty.
Offer you the first thing that I realized, like talking just about volume again, was that I had accidentally like kicked the helix or something at some point, and my volume was turned like all the way up.
I didn't notice it like that at all.
I
fixed it really fast.
I fixed it like, as soon as I could. But yeah, I was like, why is my guitar? Also, I play less guitar in Offer You than like I play way more of the synth. So
sure.
I only needed the guitar for like 2 licks.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I didn't expect you to do the Scott Pilgrim thing at the beginning. So I was laughing, and then I missed the one. Like, I barely missed the one, but I was like laughing. I was like, the Scott, he did the like, we're gonna sing about death and sad stuff. Or
it's the line that I forget her name, the drummer.
Yeah.
We are Sex Bomb, and we're here to make you feel sad about stuff.
Yeah.
We are Mr. Igloo. We're here to make you feel sad about stuff.
Yeah, that was funny. I just didn't expect it.
Well,
who said that?
He said that right at the beginning.
Okay.
Hi, it's me.
Show.
I'm the problem. It's me.
Which is totally fine. I mean, I think that's hilarious, because that's part of the that's part of that definitely fits into the songs we were playing, because they're always about like a lot of those are about like TV, and
right.
I use that as a metaphor. So
I don't know. I just get thoughts in my
brand.
head that I just don't know. Like, I don't know. We're up there to entertain, and so like for me,
For sure.
I get an idea in my head of something really stupid I want to do, and then I do it. And like if it makes people laugh, that's like the only thing I really care about.
Yeah, that's something I need to be better about. The next song was Cupid's Song.
Man, I always have a rough time with Cupid's Song. We've played that a lot, and I still
that intro's tough.
It's so simple, but it's
slow.
so like delicate that I have a hard time.
I agree with that.
Vibing with it.
I think I fucked up some lyrics in there on that one.
But yeah, I've always struggled with that one because I struggle with simple songs because I don't know what to do when I'm not doing a lot. Like, I get like self-conscious.
You both have that sometimes. Him more than you.
What do you mean?
Spots where you just don't play guitar and you just have to not do anything.
Yeah,
What do I do?
Like you both want to fill that space.
Yeah, I get like
both
very
really
like
filling the empty space.
Very nervous. I don't know what to do with my hands when I'm not playing.
Maybe. I haven't thought about it really. Maybe a nervous thing.
I think it's also sometimes the kind of music you guys come from.
High intensity.
You both come from music that has a lot happening all the time.
Well, yeah. Because what I was going to say is like on an empty space that's like quiet. For this show, you probably heard me like noodle with some notes up top.
Sure.
Every once in a while, like some quieter spots, I'll like hit these little chords to try and accompany the space.
I feel that makes more sense on bass than just another guitarist like just like shredding over every little thing though.
I agree.
And I guess, yeah, maybe that is from nervousness. I haven't really thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Here we go. Look at that. We're cracking into things.
I'm just super self-aware of like what I enjoy doing and what I don't enjoy doing, and I'm aware that I have a hard time with slower songs because of that.
I just didn't know this was going to be a therapy session also.
That's sometimes how podcasts are. The Spot.
I fucking love The Spot. It's like one of my favorite songs. Like,
is that the one that starts with just drums?
That's that.
Oh, okay, got it, got it.
a postcard.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan style.
Write me a postcard. Address to the post.
Yeah, I like the straight ahead thing. I mean, that's another song where like I do just kind of like around a lot.
Yeah.
Like I have like the form, but then I just kind of like go like, oh, what can I kind of just post up here that doesn't like take away from the rest of.
Yeah, I don't mind the extra little bit of lead you add
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
live version. I think it's fun. Yeah, that song went fine. I don't think there was anything funky on there. I got some oh yeah as in there because we didn't have Sam there. That's why I think I already said at the beginning of this, but that's why we had Roman was because Sam out of nowhere got the flu that morning. Well, she had it
Or like
at
strep throat or
rehearsal.
something,
Yeah,
yeah.
she was like killing over at rehearsal the night
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
She was pretty rough, but yeah, that's a tough one when it's like the day of. Because I mean, anytime you filled in Roman, it's been like we've known like a week or two ahead of time.
Yeah, this time it was literally the day before. No, it was that day.
Yeah,
was
that. I
literally
texted
like-
you at like 10 and 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And basically, I had already had arrangements. I had planned to rehearse, to like work out the songs just before. I literally had no time. So the only rehearsing I did was with y'all right before the show.
Well, again, we appreciate that a
yeah,
lot.
totally.
It was that's a
before
tough one.
Before we got confirmation on that, I was like scrambling because I was like, I don't like canceling shows. So,
Me neither.
So I literally broke out the bass and like I started like learning the songs like right then and there.
Yeah, he was working on that too. But then it was also like, man, we might have to cut this song, or it becomes a little bit of an extra thing.
Did we cut any songs?
Nope.
Cornelia?
That one's fun to play on the bass.
Yeah, that sounded fine. I don't remember anything. That bridge section got a little messy.
Yeah.
We always
Or
somebody
solo section,
forgets
whatever you
to
wanna
add
call it.
that like little extra
That
build
one
up.
extra bar.
Yeah,
You-
somebody always forgets
You
to
know
add
what?
that.
You know what I think it is? With Joe, we didn't have enough time to build up just enough synergy. Like I knew
Yeah.
him insofar that he was a drummer, and that's
Yeah.
about it.
It's a time
you know?
thing. It's
but
a time
Alexis,
thing.
like I know what her moves are, and I know where she's going.
Yeah.
And I think she can kind of vibe with that, with where I'm going.
I was saying the same thing the entire way up till the show was that like Alexis plays these songs with confidence because she knows the songs.
It's turning into a David Lynch film in here.
And then Joe
That gum you like is coming back into style.
Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah, I'm done.
I mean, otherwise, Cornelia went well. I knew that would happen with the bridge because it happened in rehearsal.
Right,
So
like
I knew
every
when to
time,
still
yeah.
come in and
Yeah.
sing the third verse or fourth verse. Cool. And then Makoko. Yeah, we did. There was some fun little bit of noise making at the beginning. What I want to do is start. I gotta have the internet dial-up sound on my phone queued up so I can just put it into the mic, and that's
Yeah.
kind of our cue for how long to do the noise making.
I guess that was part of the reason why I was originally wanting to use my laptop for the synth rig instead of the synth into the HX, was being able to like cue like samples and stuff like that. But
Can your HX cue samples?
nah, it's
can't?
all just models and
That's it.
Yeah. Walrus. I think Walrus went totally fine.
yeah, I didn't start it at double speed this time.
I think is that the one where there's basically two riffs? There's that little chromatic thing, that fifth, and then chromatic walk down.
Do da do do da do da 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 do da do do da.
Ba-da-da-da.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, that's
Monetize
Monetize Me.
That's Monetize
Yeah,
Me. Walrus is like it has like the police section in the middle. Dun dun da 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 dun da da
Oh,
dun
yeah.
dun da 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 dun da da.
Yeah.
You know that the
Caribbean sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's very Caribbean. are very
I love that bridge. That's like
Yeah.
one of my favorite bridges.
It's pretty
I like the bridge
nice.
more than the rest of the song.
Which I mean, that's a lot of times just how I write is like I'll write like the verse and the chorus in like one session
Yeah.
so that they kind of sound similar.
Yeah.
And then I write the bridge like like a week later as like a completely different session
Yeah.
just to kind of like purge the.
I love the bass on the recording of that one. The dun, gung, ba-da-dum, dun, dun, ga, ga. I mean, we didn't have enough time for Roman to get to pick that much.
There's
of it
there's
up,
so much stuff on like the
that's a
recordings
cool
that
one.
like I want to start like bringing just like a bucket of. Like I want to really extend that part whenever we do it live.
Oh,
wanna
I
bring,
think
like-
that's a good idea.
Like bring a bucket of like percussion stuff and just bring like everybody up on stage and just have everybody just doing, percussion crap,
That would
with
be
us.
cool. Or just have the right select people in the audience.
That's what I mean.
Well, in a small space like that.
Yeah,
in
that's
a,
what- that's
in
what
a
I
bigger
mean, yeah.
space. Yes, we should have some people come on stage for that. Okay. I think the next song was "Monetize Me," right? Okay, now it's where I monetize me.
Other one. Yeah.
That one where I messed up was I forgot the other riff. It's like-
You forgot the riff that you wrote.
Yeah. Well, how typical is that though of me, right? You
No,
know?
I mean that's
That's
I mean,
exactly-
it's also a riff you wrote on a demo that we threw away at
we
first.
yeah.
And then when I was
pulled it back.
when I was coming up with stuff for the Walrus EP, then I was like, I love that riff Roman did. Let me try and notate it and see if I can make it not like a pop punk song.
It's crazy that was like a throwaway at first because like honestly, and it's still true. Like "Monetize Me" is my favorite Mr. Igloo song.
It's most people that come to me say it's their
it's
Joe.
so good.
Joe said the same thing. His family, they've heard when they were listening to the songs. Everybody likes "Monetize Me."
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's such a bop. And then, the first one for me was Billie Holiday. That was the first one that like
yeah, Billy.
really.
I think everybody.
That's a fun song.
The people there seem to get into that song.
But
We're
yeah,
not there yet.
"Monetize Me Now" is my favorite thing. I just absolutely adore the. I really just adore the whole the melody, the woohoos, the doot doots, the synth parts, the strings at the end where everything's just getting chaotic.
There's no strings in it, but
Yeah, there's like a string hook. Yeah, you can. It's in the background. I swear to God.
okay, I gotta go. I'll go look at the session later.
There's
And
like
then,
it's just doing the ba 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 da.
we'll I'll go check. Oh, maybe I don't know. I gotta look it up. I can't remember.
I swear to God, I've heard this song
Yeah.
like so many times now.
Well, we'll have the answer for that at the end of this podcast when I go home and look it up. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, it got a little funky towards the end, but we made it work.
yeah, because Was
yeah. There was a song that I'm supposed to start, and I just didn't know what the.
yeah,
And Joe was just like, "All right," and he jumped in, which was awesome that he did. I still don't
I
remember.
mean that
like,
that's everybody in the band being pros.
Yeah.
What we do is
Sure.
just all right. Screw
as
it.
soon
like,
as
this
as
is what
soon
we're
as he
doing
played
with.
it, I was able to kind of pull back into it, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't. I just forgot.
That
was
but
one
yeah,
of the Igloo songs that I hadn't been as much a part of, if a part of it all. I
No,
think.
yeah, I mean,
So-
yeah. Like I was saying, that was just a throwaway riff that was originally done. Roman did it on like just a kind of a driven, very Blink-182 sounding electric guitar. Probably, I don't even know if you used a pedal. You might have just been pushing an
Right.
amp super hard.
Well, and also bearing in mind that like even like my part for that, I had basically like figured out that week too. Heartbeat. Yeah. I still don't know exactly what I'm doing in that song, but I'm getting more comfy with it.
Yeah, I mean, in rehearsals, from everything I've heard, you've been fine. I mean, and even like the solo, he just jammed it that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that part though. I like what he did in the recording.
Oh.
Just because also he made a mistake somewhere that actually it just sounds like it's a part of the song.
Yeah.
You didn't like it, but
That sounds about right.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the whole trick is the mistake becomes the thing.
yeah, but that's the thing. It feels good when there's something about that little error that like feels like it fits the sadness of
Yeah.
what we're doing.
Yeah.
I think that one went fine. I think it got again, a little funky in the bridge section, but we figured it out. We pulled it together.
Yeah, I've never quite figured out how to come out of the solo on Heartbeat. Like we just never like really like it was best at the show than it was in the rehearsals.
Yeah.
But it still feels really
we'll have to kind of look at what he did on the recording. Yeah, I mean that one is the one I think sounded more or less the best, at least in terms of what I heard from that little clip that Kim sent me. I was really happy with how that sounded. I took a good video. I didn't look fat in the video. So that's why I was like, damn, I look good in this video. I like that. Okay, Billie Holiday, we were kind of already going over.
Oh, that's Melty's favorite song. She loves that song. She wakes up in the morning some days humming it,
Sick.
For weeks after coming to see us.
Yeah. I told you guys know what I wrote that song about, right? Basically what happened for the listener is Billy Bocce from the bands Paint On It and Blushface. We've known each other since we were since I was 15, he was about 14 in high school. And when I was 17, 18, and he's a year younger than me, he had a show in Virginia. That's where we're from. And he still lives there. And we went to get food before his show, and we got our drinks, but not our food, and drove off. And we're sober, and we just to point that out.
The qualifier.
Just to point out, it's just we're sober, we're just stupid, so we just for whatever reason we decided it would be a good idea to just back into the drive-thru, and it was Billy's car at the time. And Billy backs into the drive-thru, and there's that little lip that hangs off the drive-thru. Billy's tail light hits it and breaks, and you hear it shatter and just all over the
crushing
ground.
plastic. Yeah.
And then he pulls up to the window backwards, and then the girl hands him the food and goes, "Have a better day." And then Billy just like puts his head down, like just so defeated. And then we drive off. And he was partly freaking out because, he's like, just a 17-year-old freaking out like, oh, my parents are going to kill me kind of thing. But that was just somebody saying have a better day was hilarious. And that's why the lyric is, I hope you have a better holiday. So yeah, that song, if you don't know, is about Billy Bocce. I don't normally like talking what songs are about, because kind of like a David Lynch movie, I think it's important for you to find your own meaning.
But that one,
I just like to tell that story.
It has a good story. It's funny.
I love just thinking about that disappointment in Billy's face. It's like that video where the kid knocks over the keyboard during the Sweater Song by Weezer. Oh, and that look of disappointment. I can watch it over and over and over. It brings me so much joy.
I've actually never seen that.
I'll send it to you later. It lights my day. But I think everybody likes Billie
We call that Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude. The joy in seeing the despair in another person's life. I think every musician has to have that kind of like gig that just gets ruined by something, and then they just come out the other side, being better for it. I know I had that gig.
What happened to you?
Oh man, I was playing a show with one of my old bands back in the day. We were playing at, and if you guys know anything about their sound guys have always been terrible, and here's what's crazy is our sound guy for the night was, at least by his own claim, was the sound guy for like Rihanna, and he just hated us. He just hated, because, we're a stoner metal band, and if this guy is the sound guy for Rihanna, we are not his vibe.
Is it not a stoner metal venue?
Aardvark, they do a lot of like country stuff. Yeah. They do a lot of pop stuff, and then we were a stoner metal band. I've played a ton of gigs where we were like we were fish in the wrong waters,
I know that feeling from playing in Mr. Igloo.
So we're this like super heavy progressive stoner band. We play 10-minute long, jammy metal tunes, and I'm doing the thing of like, give me more guitar. I'm trying to communicate with the guy, and he's just not giving us jack. So about like, I don't know, second or third song. And you guys know that this is like, this is a tragedy is, whenever the song falls apart so hard that the band has to stop playing, I mean, I hate that feeling. If I mess up, and we just play through like, okay, cool. I messed up. We play through. If it gets to the point where the band has to stop, like I am like I'm so enraged. I'm seeing red. So I did the whole Nirvana thing after that. Through the guitar. I mean, this is why if you look at my Telecaster, that thing is just absolutely had it.
Oh, that's where like those marks and
yeah,
scratches
dude. I started like, dragging it around the floor. I turned my amp as high as it would go. I turned everything just as loud as possible, just because I was like, if he's gonna f with us, I'm f***ing back. So
To be fair, the sunbursts like that always look better when they have wear and tear.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
sexier.
So I'm just making these obnoxious screeching sounds, and the rest of the band is starting to see I'm not like having this. So everybody just kind of we all just kind of threw a bitch fit about it too. And yeah, so that was the last time that we ever played. And again, it was just fish in weird waters. We were playing with like and like all these other like kind of Dan Auerbach style bands, the Black Keys kind of stuff, very like blues rocky, just totally, compared to us, practically soft rock. And then, here we come
Just
up.
one band, three different ways.
Yeah, well, sure.
Or one sound, three different bands.
Yeah, exactly. And then we get up there and we're just, like I said, we stick out like a
You're
sore
the
thumb.
opposite.
Do y'all remember in Deep Ellum?
That was my very
I'm
first
not
show
from here,
ever.
So my very first show was at, and we were doing a battle of the bands for 89.7 Power FM, the Christian rock station.
Nice.
It was really funny because we didn't know it was a Christian rock station. No, I knew it was that, but I didn't know that they were doing a battle of the bands to play for, like, if you won, you would open for Demon Hunter and these other like Christian metal bands, kind of a thing. Had no fucking clue. So
What a weird name for a Christian band. I mean, I get it, Demon Hunter,
yeah.
but it's like,
yeah, no,
what are you, the Exorcist?
it's
Are you
really
about
funny.
to go beat the shit out of Linda Blair or something?
Oh, God.
Crazy. Oh, sorry, keep going.
No, you're good. That was great. So yeah, we got disqualified immediately because of our lyrical content. And that was really
The
fun.
Outliers?
Yeah.
What was in your lyrics? You showed me your music.
Dedicate your life. No need to question why. Darkness accept. Repressed. Bow down your sheep now. It's literally about the church. Like,
Oh, sure.
It's like
That could
it's
be
like,
about anything.
No,
though.
but it's
Like,
about like how the church like
right.
with people.
No, I mean I agree with that. I'm just
Yeah.
saying like for them to automatically decide what it means.
Not-
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
is
I
music
see.
is up to your interpretation.
Yeah.
Even though they got the right they got
Yeah.
exactly what you mean. That's still it's like you can.
Well, I
interpret
mean,
it.
we weren't gonna sit here and be like,
That's
well,
not
like,
what it's about.
Yeah, we
sure.
were we're fine being disqualified from
Yeah,
that.
I'm a business guy.
not to
I
just-
will lie through my teeth.
Not to just derail the conversation we should be having, but I have some much sillier funny Battle of the Band stories. I've been in 2 battles of the bands, and both times, this happened both times, okay? We chose to do a cover that 2 other bands that night did the exact same cover,
Gross.
okay? One time I was in a band, and we were called Roofie Colada, and we decided to do a cover of Creep by Radiohead. We were the 3rd band to play that night, and both of the other bands had played Creep by Radiohead. The
Yeah.
second time I was in a band that we did a battle of the bands, and this was we chose to do a cover of Killing in the Name. Guess what? 2 other bands that night did Killing in the Name.
Yeah.
It happened to me twice.
Well,
That's
here's
'cause
an
you pick
idea.
covers.
In my defense, I wasn't the band leader either time. I
right, fair
didn't
enough.
pick
Here's
either
an idea
cover.
though.
God,
For a
worst
battle of the
least
bands,
unoriginal.
don't do covers.
Yeah. I agree with that. I wholeheartedly
I mean,
agree with
and
that statement.
also in my defense, I was a teenager.
Sure.
I was,
Yeah,
I
that's
was.
fair.
you're learning the songs that build into who you
I was.
are.
I
as a
was not
musician.
even of drinking age at the time.
Yeah. The next song was No Face.
Was that the one that? Oh yeah. So I started that one, and you guys were like trying to talk. So I'm just making horrendous screeching noises on the guitar.
Oh yeah, that's right.
While you were, and I'm just doing it for like a full minute before you guys are like, Cliff.
Yeah, we were like, wait, what's going on? I thought you were doing a bit or something. I was like, it's okay if you're doing a bit, but like turn it down a little bit, you know?
Well, that's just what Joe kept on giving me crap for not doing that with him whenever. Because that's kind of how it's like just static.
It's static at the beginning.
So you know, Joe
when we play
kept-
with Alexis, it's just the drums, and then
Right.
maybe I'll throw in the like I'm a weatherman. I'll throw in that part sometimes.
Yeah.
That funny sample. Yeah, I think that song went fine. You nailed the bass turnaround going into the section.
I love
the
that
chord
middle
bridge.
section so much.
I think everybody liked it. I think anybody that hears the song.
I
has
nailed the
said it was
turnaround, but the riff, and I played it plenty
like-
times. Yeah, I fucked that up.
I kind of
I love that riff though. It's so fun to play.
Yeah, I definitely gotta give John credit for that.
What
he
else
wrote
is
a
there?
Great bass part there. Yeah, No Face. That was. It was no. I think after Billy was No Face was when I had lost my voice. At that point of the show, I lost my voice, and No Face was real hard to sing. It was part of why I was a little. All over
I
the
got
place.
this. I got this note from a lot of people though. Is whenever after you lost your voice and you started getting all raspy and stuff, everybody kept on saying like, dude, all of a sudden you sounded so much better after that. Like that, it like added like a layer of grit.
Yeah. Well, okay. You know what? I got that note too from somebody as well. That my somebody, I think maybe Cam or something like that.
So the obvious takeaway is just throw out your voice before every show.
yeah,
and
throw
you're
out my
golden.
I'll just do what I did
That's what
before
they
the
did
show
with
and
Billy
just,
Corgan in his recordings. All I heard is that they made him do like 1,000 takes before his voice like completely crumbled and kept those.
Really.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if it sounds
Like-
like a very Sylvia Massey thing to do to somebody.
Yeah.
I've heard
it
the
really
same.
does. Yeah.
I've heard the same story about Bruce Dickinson on one of the Iron Maiden records that they had him perform like the same line like hundreds and hundreds of times, and he just got so pissed off that by the time he was finally able to get to the part that he wanted to sing, like the next part, he just let it rip like a beast.
Yeah. Well, cool. I mean, look, at least I took something away from that, and that might be good for future songs.
Yeah, just wreck your voice, you'll sound better.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely just make that sound. Be Here Now.
Good song.
Yeah, Be Here Now went really well.
I've grown to like that song a lot more recently than when we first started playing it, because I thought it was kind of, I had a hard time, like, you know, just like you have a baby and then you meet the baby and you're just like, I don't.
Yeah, when you have a baby and you just don't like it the
Yeah.
first time you see it.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I was
No, I've
kidding.
had that. I
It's
haven't
also-
had a baby, but
I mean,
I've had
it's
that
also a
experience.
song. That song is probably me and Roman's baby.
Yeah,
in
it
all
is.
honesty, because it's like we really. That was a song where me and Roman, and that another song that's not out yet, but it's one that me and Roman really just hit a mental groove on.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying is I had a hard time gelling with it. I didn't
Yeah.
bond with that song.
Sure.
I didn't bond with that baby like you guys did.
Yeah, you've been improvising some cool. I like the parts you do at the end, the like notesy kind
Oh
of thing. you do
yeah,
towards
yeah.
the
Which
end.
I mean, I kind of like just kind of group it together
Yeah.
with the next song. Actually, Mr. Igloo. I kind of treat them kind of the same way. Where in like the bridge section, I'm just doing some really like delicate, like single note tremolo.
Yeah.
You know, picking stuff. I almost.
that was always what we intended on that
Right,
bridge, too.
right. That's that, and it's just the fact that, you know, in one, it's what is Be Here Now in E major, and then in the other, well, yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then in the
We
other,
keep all our
it's-
guitars I have stepped
in the
down,
other,
so.
it's minor. So it's like the same idea, just in two different keys.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. You mean you're talking about Mr. Igloo is in
Mr. Igloo. I mean, I think of it as E minor just because of that one part.
I guess so. I guess it depends on the section. I would say it's in G and maybe it switches to E minor. Or
I
something.
just think of the chorus every time.
But the chorus is
Those are relative relationships, so you're saying the same
so I'm
thing.
saying,
yeah. I
like,
guess yeah.
Yeah.
To me, the important chord in the chorus is the E.
Oh God.
Tomato, tomato.
Fucking music people probably sounding
I
off
just
in comments.
look. That's my whole thing. It's you can think of it how you want. Yeah.
It's my impression of the internet. But yeah, otherwise, Be Here Now went great. I thought that went real cool. My voice came back right, more or less, like right when I did the Beware, like when I do the screaming part at the end. So that might be a good song to think about the Billy Corgan thing. Is how do I get quiet on that song and then get really loud at the right time? Yeah. So Mr. Igloo,
Put a bunch of rocks in your mouth and then try and sing around the rocks.
just choke on them in the middle of the show.
I remember whenever I made you like lay on the floor and put the mic at your face for a song. It didn't sound good, but it didn't.
Yeah.
The take wasn't good.
Yeah.
You did it better standing up.
Yeah,
but
I remember. I don't remember what song, but I vaguely remember.
But
that.
maybe you should try that again. But
This sounds-
this time for your relaxed sound, like because it did relax you basically.
It sounds
Sure.
a lot like a Kurt Cobain thing, like something that he would have done.
Yeah, maybe.
You
Yeah.
guys have heard the story about how Kurt recorded Polly, right? Butch Vig's, running the session, right? I
Yeah.
think, yeah. And Kurt's like getting pissed off because he can't play it quietly enough because Dave's on drums and he's playing it through an amped up electric guitar and he's going like this isn't right. He's getting pissed off in the live room. So he goes into the session room and Butch is like, all right, let's calm down. Get on the couch, sit down, show me what it's supposed to sound like. And Kurt does the thing where he's like slouching and he's just strumming and he does the, all he wants, he's just really, all of a sudden now he sounds really relaxed. And like Butch is like, okay, well, shit, let's just mic you up here in the live room or in the control room. Thank you.
Yeah.
Put a mic on you right now and just record it like this. And then because it was done with no click, no nothing, they had to punch in Dave on every single bar to add the drums back in. Every single bar was a punch. It was crazy how much.
That's bananas.
Yeah, dude. Mr. Igloo, the song.
Yeah, I think that one went fine. I don't remember anything specifically.
It was getting weird in rehearsals,
Yeah, it was a little weird in rehearsal.
but then live, that weirdness just like went away.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounded fine live. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little weird in rehearsals just because of the da. I think at one point you did that on the first chorus in rehearsal. The when it goes from G to F sharp.
Oh,
I
I don't remember.
But it's something that you wouldn't even notice if you accidentally did it live. It's not a big deal.
I guess the final thing should be like as a wrap up. Do we have like a? Do we want to just like rate the show out of 10? How we think we did?
In terms of performance, it was not my favorite. But it's situational, man. I mean, it's the situation we were in, and what kind of happened.
Two
out of
fills. I mean, let's just start there. Two fills.
it. 2 subs and a handful of songs we've never even played before.
Yeah.
I think for me, whatever was lost in like the meticulousness of the songs was made up for, and just I just tried to bring energy. I was jumping up and down, just bringing
Yeah.
some fat fucking energy up there. So I mean, and I'm familiar enough with these. I don't feel like the new guy anymore.
Sure. No, yeah, totally. Totally get that.
So I feel like strong 7.
Okay. More like in the.
I'm
I
in the
also-
5 zone.
Yeah, I was about to say 5 too. That's how.
I'm
That's how me and
accounting
Roman are
for
always
I'm
on the same
accounting
page.
for everything
Yeah.
that we're talking about being.
I could push up to a 6 just because of merch. We did sell a nice few.
Yeah, we
sell
did.
like three or 4 T-shirts.
So like I said, I'm feeling a 7. You're feeling a 6.
Only a 6 because of merch, but otherwise I'm with Roman on 5.
I'm a 5. Yeah. I'm a 5.
Maybe-
since I'm an active member of the band, and merch is going to come into that.
Sure. I guess I'm just an optimist. At the end of it, okay, let's do a thing real quick. Everybody grab your mics, and we all just do a ba-dum bump, together just to end this out.
Well, okay. Well, somebody count it off.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What?
Ba-dum,
That
bum.
was a 4 count.
Nope, that was it.
No, that's it. That's it.
That's great.
That was gonna be like music count.
Recorded in front of a live studio audience.
All right, guys. Cliff was right. I was wrong. There's strings that monetize me, and I'm the one who put them there. Mr. Igloo has a new EP out called Makoko. You can stream it on all platforms. We have merch on our Bandcamp, which you can find in the link below. Like, subscribe, share. Let us know if you dig it in the comments. And hit those notifications. Stay frosty.
That gum you like is coming back into style.
Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah, I'm done.